Right, this week is my cat burglar build. That's just, your general stealth build. Right, let's get started with the skills. Right, and of course, a lot of your stealth skills are going to be from the ghost tree. It's mainly aimed at that. With the exception of those two beautiful, allowed killing skills there. Right, so first of all, I always ace Sprinter. Mainly because that sprint speed can get you out of a couple of tight situations. Next, you always want to get basic cat burglar. That's near enough in any build. The main reason is those fallen heights, as you'll see in the Shadow Raid section of this. You have to jump down some places. You're going to take a little bit of damage. This just helps. Of course, ace and cleaner. That's a vital one as well. Mainly because you want the body bag asset, of course, but that additional body bag when you start the heist helps a lot. If you've got a 4-man crew going on it, then and everyone has this, you're going to have 8 body bags between you. That is absolutely enough. You don't need the body bag asset, of course. Chameleon basic, in case of mode, you're going to want to be pointing out those guards. If you're doing a bank heist, what tends to happen is only one person's just, doing all the stuff. Everyone else is just staying in civvy mode so they can stand inside the bank and just point them out. It's brilliant. Again, with, say, Golden Grin, that's really useful because if anyone's done Stealth Golden Grin, the best way to do it is just literally, because it's all one action at a time, it's a linear path. You just have 1 or 2 people just looking around, doing everything in civvy mode. Casing mode. And then the guy who's actually doing the heist, namely the host, just for a little bit so you don't lose the desync, he's going to be doing all of it. Right, next, fast hands. Again, like Transporter, it's going to be a must because you want to pick up those bags as quick as you can and get out of her. Next is Shinobi. Of course, you want to get that walk speed. In the lower builds, you may have to get this aced if not lower builds. I mean, if the lower levels. So if you aren't Infamity 2 and you haven't use that 1 Infamity point to in the Ghost Tree, you may have to ace this to get up to the next tree, the next tier, which is ECM Specialist. Now, you want this because you want your 2 ECMs, but also they block pages for that amount of time. That's really useful in a lot of situations, meaning you can stagger out the pages, or if you're doing an ECM rush, it blocks the pages so you can do it all. Next one, ECM Overdrive. Again, you want that extra 5 seconds. Plus, opening doors is really useful. Again, with, like I said, on the bank heists, it's one of the most useful things. Use an ECM on the door and then use the second ECM just to get everyone down, keeping it safe. Lockpicking expert, of course, simple as it sounds, you're going to want to half your lockpicking time. Dead useful. Camera loop, I always get the basic one. Camera looping can just help you out in a pinch. It's not really a needed skill, but if a camera's covering a door, it just helps you, making sure you're safe to open that door instead of trying to find a finicky point and cutting it by a second. I never bother getting the aced version because I don't ever see a need where for the 20-second camera loop. 10's perfectly fine. After the Ghost Tree, always go to the Enforcer, get Transporter. You're going to need that, of course, because you want to move around faster and throw the bags further. After that, go to the Mastermind Tree, get Cable Guy, of course, and Endurance Basic. Someone on your team may have it aced, but you don't generally need it aced in a stealth build because you're not going to be sprinting about all over the place. Control Freak, I've got here just because it's just wasting up a little bit of my points. As you can see, I don't need all of my points, so that's just there to create when I'm using a saw, which I don't have in this build. It's pretty much just pointless because silenced weapons don't create noise. Next, you're going to want to go to your fugitive tree after all that, because hidden blade. That 2 concealment on your melee weapons is really useful. It means you can then take, say, I've got my car, but I can also take a 26 concealment secondary if I wanted, which means I can do more with my stuff. I wouldn't advance up this tree. If you do have the ghost skills and you have gone for just the basic version of that, then get this ace just because then you can move up this tree later on. Don't go up there yet. Right, because we want to get our silent drills, I've only gone for the basic silent drill because I don't see a need for the fairly loud ones. In most situations, if they're going to hear that 35% sound, they're probably going to see it as well. Because generally 35% won't make it through to the next floor, or if it does, it'll drag them up, meaning that you can kill them anyway and you're perfectly safe and to get them before they do go fully alerted. Now, the way I move up is generally I get this one first just for the snap to zoom, makes it a lot quicker. Buy that, should then leave you with something like 4 or 5 points. So what I've just done is filled it in with these. I think I just spent the rest of my skill points just trying to get the trip mines that detect guards there. I think that's just what I wasted the last bit on. And then back to fugitive. All I've done here is just beelined it for Undertaker basic, just because if you're doing a stealth mission you might not all need ECMs, so having one guy that brings along, 3 body bags in this case, not the 6, but that's going to help a little bit so you can get rid of a couple more civvies. What else? How did I get there? 6th Sense, quite useful just to be able to sit there, and it's more the point of picking up items in case mode is a bit of a if in there. Big Bank, it's quite helpful, just go pick up the key card before making it all the way up to the door, but there's very limited use for it. If you're a good enough player, you should know and learn where everyone's near enough stands static and say big oil. It's dead useful for knowing where they are, but you can pretty much react to it quick enough and you should already know where they are. Run and gun. As you can see, that 10% additional movement speed is just a little bit of help there. It's filler pretty much to get up to that tier there. Decent filler, as I'm not really caring about that steel sight because you don't really need to use steel sights in stealth, but 10% movement speed is helpful anyway. Again, that's just filler with Daredevil because climbing speed can just help a little bit to get around faster. Winston Wolf, of course, the 1 body bag is pretty if in there. There's generally not many situations where you need all 3 because you can just go pick up another one from the asset, but it helps. The 75% reduction cost is decent if you're going to be someone that's just would rather kill them instead of having to threat them down, a bit like the tellers in the bank heists. Yeah, it's useful, just get them down just by killing them and then work on the threat. It means you can save time, no one's going to run out of the store. And then of course the body bag. Right, now onto the guns. I pretty much namely pointed out 2 here, but I will add in this 4th. Now I don't have the bows, so I'm not going to be able to add that, but I am both the English longbow and the regular plain strider bow can both hit these points perfectly fine. Now this is a fully modded out car 4 just for that 30 concealment. Your accuracy isn't such a major point, but that's why I've got it just here for that 30 concealment, so I can get more out of my secondary. The Silent Raven, again this is near enough a silenced Raven for the whole point of hammer shotgun. as my primary, so I can have a pistol as a secondary. And of course the Valkyria rifle, like the Car 4, is there because of that high concealment. You could also include a Mosconi. I don't have a Mosconi for the science build, just for that concealment, but however you will not be able to fire it. What else can I include? You could also, again, I think, yeah, the Thumper gets 26, and that's also usable, but like I said, you won't be able to actually use that Thumper. As secondaries go, I've only picked out 4. You can near enough have any of the pistols. It doesn't particularly matter as long as you've got a silencer on them and they don't go below 26 with that Car 4. Again, I like having my secondary as the Judge, the primary as the Car 4. I've also shown from the previous build my Swiss cheese, which again is that 30 concealment submachine gun. Beautiful things can happen with that, and its accuracy isn't limited too much. My Silent America, which is just a silenced eagle, mainly there for its high accuracy in case you have to shoot quite far across the map for whatever reason it is. And there's the 45, just showing that, you know, the difference between pistols isn't so much. I'm going to use the Judge. Now, the reason why I've been talking about using a shotgun as well as an assault rifle or a pistol is that there's the method of the push and put. Assault rifles, any other weapon, don't know about snipers, but you wouldn't be using them for a stealth class anyway. They stop and drop the enemy on the spot. However, the shotguns, the push them away. You'll be able to see this a little bit later in the Shadow Raid video. But the whole point is, if you want the guard to just drop on his feet there, you're going to use an assault rifle or pistol. If you want to shoot them off into a corner, you use the shotgun. Dead simple idea. As melee weapons go, you want any of the 30 concealment melee weapons. They're bumped up to 32 now with the hidden blade. I've just gone for the telescopic baton because that, to me, is now the best one, just because that 30 damage you don't really care about, but the knockdown can help quite a bit. Because if you look at stuff like, I think the trench knife has been nerfed a little bit, but say, yeah, it's not as good as the baton, is it? That again is pretty much identical. It is identical. Same with the boxing gloves, so you're just better off going for the baton. Melees, as throwables go, I just stick to either the shurikens or the ace of spades, just because I don't want to accidentally, if I do throw one, it's not going to be such a hassle if I accidentally press that button, which, yeah, can happen sometime. Right, let's get into the heist. Good for him.
Okay.
Right, so Ukrainian job. Pick this one just because it's pretty damn simple. It shows off everything I need it to do. The build. Yeah, why not pick it? So I'm going to look for. That's where a guard is. There's a woman overlooking him. Oh, there's 2 guards out here today. Not incredible fun.
This sounds like
Boom.
shit.
Him down. I was quite stupid there actually. People could see him down the street maybe. Gonna bag in case someone walks down there. Oh. And yeah, I know this guy's safe over here.
Leave your message at the beep. It's me, Steve. It's all fine.
Oh, this is why Wolf is my favourite character. Crap. I've not seen... Yeah, I haven't seen the electric box or... What do you call those things? The metal detectors. Might not be operational. Looks like it. Let's just shoot out the glass anyway, because that don't matter. Right. Oh. Over here, maybe? Apparently not. Wait, what's going on this? Yep. I love Wolf's lines the most out of all of the heisters. Because I know there's enough time, I can just... Table time, don't matter. Right, that should be all 4 of my pages gone then. Right, both drills set up. Gonna take a sip of coffee. Mmm. Stuff. Right. I'm just gonna ECM whilst I do this. Right, bring him in here. Drop him off down there, and that is everything I need. Gonna bring this bloke over here. Hopefully now he's out of range. That's beautiful. Now just you gather up bags and stuff whilst I wait for... Oh. Yeah, gather up bags whilst I wait for the drills to go. Like that. As you can see, I'm not really... Oh, I will go. Oh, ick drill. You can see they don't get... Civs don't get alerted by broken glass or the bag, so it's fine. It will get alerted by me and seeing the hostages, but... I think sound of glass as well smashing if they're close enough. In one of the saves. Oh, good time for me to come out here to check them. Of course, without Hox HUD, you can't see where they are. I just highlighted on the map. And there is my tiara. Why did they say tiara? Tiara. Or is that an American thing? I don't know. Oh. can leave. Oh, no, 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 no.
Everybody stay down! Stay down, everyone!
Check this one. Ah, nothing there.
Stay down!
Right, I can't be bothered to get all of the loot. So, let's just run it. And that's how you do it.